Here are 3 things that you need to do for your crested gecko during the winter. Number 3, we're going to talk about lowering temperatures. Now, we're not going to lower them too much. It's not going to be a significant difference, but I assure you it will be a significant difference to them. Generally, when we're talking about temperatures for crested geckos, we're talking room temperatures, right? But that's not always specifically the case. When I think of room temperature, I'm from the Northeast. We keep our house right around 68 degrees. And for a lot of people, that might be cold. For a lot of people, that might be a little bit too warm. That's all just to say that room temperature is going to vary from household to household. And for non-winter months, a crested gecko's temperature should really be averaging above 75 degrees, getting into 75, 78, and during the winter months, we should bring that back down to maybe around 68 to 70 overnight, and then from like 71 to 74 during the day. And if we consistently keep them at that 68 degrees, it's like keeping them in their winter period all year long. As well as if you keep them at that 76 degrees to 78, maybe up to 80, you're really keeping them in that summer temperature all year round. Moving on to number 2, we're just going to talk about food really quick, because when you drop those temperatures down a little bit, your crested gecko is naturally going to pull back from eating quite as much as they do during the warmer months. And this is just something in general that you can take note of. If your crested gecko isn't eating a whole lot during the summer, your temps might be a little bit too low. And the most important thing that I wanted to discuss, it is very, very, very important, is going to be your humidity, especially if you live in a cold area or an area that gets excessively cold during the winter. The reason humidity is so important is because if you have heat that's constantly blowing in your house, you might not think of it, but it is going to make your house extremely dry. And I'm talking sub 30%, all the way down to 20%. So it's very important to keep a hygrometer in your enclosures if possible, in all of your enclosures. Make sure you know what those humidity levels are, because if they are consistently sitting at that 20 to 30%, it is going to lead to issues with your crested gecko, or really for any new cow gecko for that matter. And if that means that we need to spray in the morning through the winter months, absolutely do it. Your crested gecko will definitely benefit from it, and it'll keep it from getting super dry in there. And it'll always help to add a water dish. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next one.